Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome. Today we're diving into the subject of crucifixion. Did Jesus really die on the cross, or was he saved, just like Jonah? What did Jesus mean when he spoke about the sign of Jonah? In this video, I'll show you why the sign of Jonah proves that Jesus was not crucified to death, but was saved, just like Jonah. Without wasting any more time, let's get started. The sign of Jonah. In Matthew chapter 12, verses 38 to 40, the Pharisees asked Jesus for a sign. Jesus replied, "A wicked and adulterous generation asks for a sign, but none will be given it except the sign of the prophet Jonah. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a huge fish, so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth." When Jesus said, "But none will be given it except the sign of the prophet Jonah," what did Jesus mean by that? What did Jesus mean by the sign of Jonah? Matthew tells us the scribes and Pharisees were asking for a miracle. Even though Jesus had already performed many miracles, they still wanted more. That's why Jesus rebuked them, calling them a wicked and adulterous generation. But then, he promised only one sign, the sign of Jonah. Now, what was the sign of Jonah? It was the miracle that Jonah was alive throughout his ordeal. Thrown into the sea, alive, swallowed by a huge fish, alive, carried around inside the fish, alive. That was the miracle. Jonah was alive, and alive throughout it all. And Jesus said, "As Jonah was, so shall the Son of Man be." Jesus clearly said, "as Jonah was," meaning he too would be saved, not die. When we look at both the Old Testament and New Testament, Jesus and Jonah are more different than similar, if we believe Jesus died. One big difference, Jonah volunteered to be thrown into the sea. In Jonah 1:12 he says, "Take me up and throw me into the sea, and it will become calm for you." Jonah wasn't captured. He wasn't tortured. He chose to sacrifice himself for others, and he stayed alive the whole time. Now compare that to Jesus. Jesus didn't volunteer to go to the cross. He was captured, betrayed, and deserted by his own disciples, and tortured by Roman soldiers. He was forced into this situation. He didn't willingly choose to be crucified the way Jonah chose to sacrifice himself. So, the idea of Jesus being like Jonah falls apart. Their experiences are fundamentally different. If we accept that Jesus died, his experience becomes very different from Jonah's. The key point is simple. Jonah never died. Alive when thrown into the sea. Alive when swallowed by the fish. Alive when praying inside the fish. Jonah 2:1-2 says, "From inside the fish, Jonah prayed to the Lord his God." If Jesus died, then how can his experience be like Jonah's, who remained alive? But many of our Christian friends will argue, no, it's about 3 days and 3 nights. But even the timeline doesn't match. Jesus was buried Friday night. By Sunday morning, the tomb was empty. That's only 2 nights and 1 day, not 3 days and 3 nights. Jesus said, As Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth. Jonah wasn't dead. He was alive. A dead man doesn't pray. Jonah 2:1 says, "From inside the fish Jonah prayed to the Lord his God." So if Jesus really was as Jonah was, then he too was alive, not dead. The sign is clear. Jonah was saved without dying, and if Jesus died, the comparison fails. Because Jonah never died, Jesus was talking about survival, a miracle of being preserved by God. Here's the bottom line. If Jesus had died, he wouldn't have fulfilled the sign of Jonah. Jonah volunteered. He stayed alive. He was saved for God's mission. Jesus was captured and tortured. And if he died, then the comparison to Jonah breaks. And if Jesus was dead, then he didn't fully fulfill the prophecy of being as Jonah was. The sign of Jonah points not to Jesus' death, but to his survival. It points to Jesus being saved by God, just as Jonah was. Jesus was saved. He was not crucified to death. Allah says in the Quran, "They did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but it was made to appear so to them." Surah An-Nisa 4:157. If this message made you reflect, like the video, share it with others, and subscribe for more content. May Allah guide all those who seek the truth. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.